Hey there, gang. Now, there's been a lot going on lately, no doubt, but for the mind disturbed, the still beauty of dawn is nature's finest balm. Let's play some head games. Friends, opponents, everybody who just got back from MagicCon Chicago, welcome to Head Games Arena. My name is Shatterx, and today, once again, we are going back to our roots. And by that, of course, I mean we are playing Insidious Roots again. But we are playing it with some hot new cards that I will get into for a moment. For the uninitiated, Insidious Roots is a black-green enchantment that makes your creature tokens produce mana. Also, makes it whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, you make a plant, then put a +1/+1 counter on all the plants you currently have. This snowballs and makes an army of very beefy plants when you can exile cards out of your graveyard. So the new hotness is Ketramose, the New Dawn. There's a wall of text there, but the important part's at the bottom. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose a life. So all that exiling we're doing to get our creatures out of the graveyard and make plant tokens, now we're drawing extra cards as a result of that. And also, once we've got enough cards in exile, this creature becomes a very serious threat. So a couple other new cards that we're playing, 4 copies of Scavenging Ooze. I have become a believer. This card really is the new backbone of the deck. You will see a couple of times today how powerful it can be and how it can create some remarkably ridiculous board states when you've got an Insidious Roots online. A new all-star from Aetherdrift is Molt. This card just straight up replaced Lanoir Elf in the build for me. I didn't put any elves at all, just Molt Tenders, mills cards, exiles cards, makes mana. It is your Swiss Army knife. It does everything that you want it to do, and it is absolutely a must-have in this deck. Rounding out the deck, we've got Stalactite Stalker and Haywire Mite as good targets to get under Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Agatha's Soul Cauldron gives all of the creatures that have counters the abilities of creatures exiled with it, so you'll see we have a lot of creatures with activated abilities, including our new all-star Scavenging Ooze. Rounding out the deck, we've got Rubble Belt Maverick and Brood Spinner to surveil and get more creatures into the graveyard, and finally Duskmourn All-Star, Overlord of the Bale Mercs, dumps cards into the graveyard, gets creatures back from, and planeswalkers back from your graveyard. Just an all-around good card in overall, and also uniquely good in this build. So the game plan is find a roots, get it into play, mill stuff, exile stuff from our graveyard for fun and profit, make very big beefy plants, and beat our opponents down with them. I think you'll be surprised with how effective it is. So before we go over to the racetrack, I want to remind everyone, please like, subscribe, leave comments down below. We appreciate all of your support and your time, and without further stalling for time, let's play some head games. The Blue Fox, represented by our Ginger Planeswalker. Okay. Lots. Are those all mythics? Hold on. No, that's a rare. there's a lot of rare. There's a lot of mythics in this hand. I think that I can keep this actually, because Bale Merc goes off on 2 into Tybar, and then we can maybe start doing some work. Let's see how it goes. It's a little sketchy, if I'm honest. Hushward Burge. Green-white means Elvish Archivist. Okay. So Elvish Archivist is actually a bit of an enchantress. Does draw a card when our opponent plays an enchantment. So I don't want to overthink it. Bale Merc could miss here, and that would be very bad for us, but I still think it's correct. Okay. We can get Brood Spinner back. Well, this actually allows us to Brood Spinner into Stalactite Stalker, which means we get a pretty sensible board. Ozolith, you say? That's a big archivist. Cool. Okay, 3rd land. Let's go Brood Spinner. Roots is terrific. I don't need a second Tyvar, so let's get that out of here. We'll go Stalactite Stalker. Okay, so our opponent's on some kind of artifacts +1/+1 counters build, so very possible that they're playing... Okay, Dollmaker's Shop is an interesting hit. Not unsurprising, though. Innkeeper's Talent. They are going very tall. what makes more sense for me to let die at this point? It might be Brood Spinner. Okay. Very tall Elvish Archivist. Alright. We have another land. We have an Insidious Roots. We have an Agatha's Soul Cauldron. And we can pass. Okay. So depending on what our opponent is up to, we certainly could be in trouble here, but there are also ways in our deck to deal with everything that we need. Nesting Bot makes our Archivist bigger. What else we got? Interesting choice with the creature that cannot attack. More counters there. Okay. Still feels like an interesting choice. We are certainly in trouble. Okay, Brood Spinner gets us a token. Puts a counter on Stalactite Stalker. We will chump the big thing and let 3 through. We're really resting on the hope here that I can make enough chump blockers to outvalue them. Why does that say 5? Card types. I see. 4 cards, 5 card types. That's terrific, isn't it? Okay. This feels pretty good. Yeah, because now I can Rubble Belt first. Hopefully hitting something that, there it is. There's something Tyvar can hit. I honestly don't need the second Cauldron, so I'm just going to dump that as well. So when I cast Tyvar...
I have arrived. I won't let you fall.
Okay, Brood Spinner. We will take a go for the throat. We really want both of these cards. I can put Scavenging Ooze in the graveyard though, because Agatha Soul Cauldron's going to give everything the Scoo's ability. Okay. So I can actually do it now, can't I? Like I can make more. Okay. This is where the deck gets really fun, because you can use Scavenging Ooze to put a counter on something, and I think we're actually going to go here. And then this can exile a creature from our graveyard to make another token. Exile a creature from our graveyard to make another token. Do we get the other Stalker down? I don't have a compelling reason not to. Okay, there it is. We have officially gone wide. Do I attack with this? I think I do. Well, I have to imagine that their game plan is to... I have to imagine that their game plan is to put flying on something to give some kind of evasion. I'm good with these trades. Okay, so I think we're cooking. I think we're okay here. We can cast Ketramose next turn. We've got a go for the throat for next turn as well. Another Innkeeper's Talent is interesting. I mean, they can continue to go tall, there's no question. What a fascinating build for our opponent. Okay, getting lots of counters. It's a very big creature. Yep, Ward 2 now. I mean, they have to be careful because it is very, very realistic for me to kill them on the backswing. Okay, they chose not to. Okay, so do I think I actually want Stalactite Stalker under Agatha Soul Cauldron, so I'm gonna hold off. But I can actually get rid of their card. Okay, so 4 mana gets rid of the Archivist. Paying the ward. Paying the ward. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna cast Ketramose. We're gonna untap one of these. And
I believe in you, friend.
I'm really tempted to swing with the larger one. Because I can make it 2 bigger, which makes it, what, an 8-9? So if they block poorly, they're in trouble. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Listen, still a non-zero chance that they just make something flying and then I'm in real trouble. I actually don't care about that at all. I have a creature, they have a creature. Yep. Okay. We'll get our own Stalactite Stalker. So I'm actually going to put the counter on Ketramose. And then now Ketramose can block. And I can block this guy here, block this guy here, and that's probably all I need to do. Yep, that's fine by me. That's it. That's the power of this deck. I have such a wide board you can't even see all of my cards. Okay, there's no other creatures in the... Oh, there is a creature in the graveyard. Little overkill. Big swing. Let's see how much we do. Big damage. Come on, Fred. Just block the biggest one. They're playing along. Thank you, Blue Fox. Decent amount of damage. The Ark of the Covenant. Reactor. Archibald. Okay. This is really great, as far as I can tell. Molt Tender lives where we are cooking. Okay, don't think it matters which one we start on, so let's start with our friend Molt Tender. Just a green for our opponent, that's real good for us. Insidious Roots. We will hold up so we can mill. More green. Interesting. Looking very good. Overlord's fine. Would have rather had it in my hand, but I will take it. Okay, well, because I can exile it. Alright. I think we want Brood Spinner, so we can dump more things in the graveyard, so we can be careful about what What we exile. I really actually want the Overlord on top, because it's just very, very good here. So let's exile the Rubble Belt. Make a green. Play Scavenging Ooze. Turn 3. Turn 3. What is our opponent doing? They're cycling a herd migration. They are in trouble. Okay, so they are going for a board wipe. They may get to it on 4. They may not. So, we're going to do things that allow us to make our board as big as possible. Impended Overlord. Let's get the Brood Spinner back. Yeah, we can eat the Overlord, and I think with that we go in. Okay. Do they have a turn 4 board wipe? Because if they don't, they got it. Feels very good for them. Okay. Rubble Belt to the graveyard, I guess. It was very good for them. Can they do it again? Okay. Okay, we are going to play it as safe as possible. We're gonna just put the counter on Brood Spinner and get in for one. And then I think we're gonna hold. Where are we at, opponent? All basics, do you see that? 3 forests, 2 plains, and an island. Oko, the ringleader. Fascinating. Elk. Draw 2 cards. No crime, so we're discarding cards. What are you doing? Discarding another Oko. Okay.
And this is just a warm-up.
Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Another Bailmerk. Tricky. It's gotta be Ooze, right? I'm not sure that I care. I'm just gonna try to kill them as quickly as possible. So they're banking on some kind of creature. Drawing and ditching again.
I'm taking the lead.
What is their deck doing? I love it when I see things that I don't know. Bounce off. Got another board wipe incoming. What are we doing? Ugh. Sure. Okay.
This will make things more exciting.
Yes, something is sneaky here, right? Okay, so counterspell for 1 blue? They're gonna bounce the roots, okay? What else do you have? Taking an awful risk here. I'm gonna hold up the go for the throat. I mean, I've got lethal on board. It's entirely possible that they have a board wipe. Lots of cards for our opponent. Yep. There it is. Okay, so now the question is, do they have a counterspell? Okay. We will play this Molt Tender. And say go. Another into the Floodmaw. I'm not really sore about that. I'm waiting to see what their combo is. There's like, something's gonna happen here. Okay. Yeah, alright. Four beasts. Okay. Okay. I can deploy my entire hand. It's not necessarily the best thing for me to do here. I think I just say that, just stop there. Ooh, what can you do? You can make mana. That's a little fascinating. Maybe I do deploy the Stalker. Interesting. Okay, opponent's on the top deck now. Collector's Vault's okay for them, but not great for them. Because they don't have any cards in hand. Lots of creatures in our graveyard. I can actually get rid of the Collector's Vault. Is that something worth targeting? I haven't seen any other enchantments or artifacts, so... yeah, I think I sacrificed this fish. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Ketramose? Oh, that's it! Mango phone. Now, is your phone mango colored, or does it smell like mango? Okay. Can't cast Brood Spinner on 2, but I do get Molt Tender on 2 into Overlord, into Tybar, assuming I draw another land or the Molt Tender sticks around. This is not bad. Our game plan is very linear. We're going to deploy this Molt Tender and watch it get murdered. Here it comes. Here's the cut down. What do you know? Okay. We can play Overlord of the Veilmerk. This is where Fountain Port looks really bad. So, as scary as it is to say, I think I get Molt Tender back. And now we're gonna pray real hard to our friends, the magic gods, that doesn't happen. And then it did, and now we're in trouble. Maverick, bin the Overlord, leave the land on top. At least they can't kill us with the 2-card combo here. Solid. Yep. Okay. Choices. So, I think I have to deploy 2 creatures here. Because they definitely have a removal spell. Another slasher. Okay, so this slasher hits for 2, takes us to 7, takes us to 3. So I think I have to block. I really don't want to, but I think I have to. Okay. Tyvar.
They'll talk about this fight for centuries.
So we're actually going to get Molt Tender back. Which is going to seem like a strange choice, but there is a reason for it. You want me to sacrifice the Planeswalker? Oh, that was a terrible mistake. Boy, that was a terrible mistake. Oh, we are on the ropes. And we did not draw something useful. Okay. We have to keep deploying 2 creatures because we definitely die to getting hit by one of these. Okay, we need a land, and we're going to leave the Overlord on top. Molt Tender. Removal. Oh, we get the Overlord. Oh, snap. That changes things. Surprisingly okay. I'm interested to see what they take here. If they're smart, they take the Brood Spinner. Oh, that's an interesting choice. What do I have in here? Haywire-mite, Stalactite. Yeah, a lot of reasons to do that. Yeah, we're taking Rebel Belt here. Okay, land for turn. Insidious Roots. We're gonna pop off here. Exile a card for a black. Let's get this other Molt Tender. Is that right? No, we can't get the Overlords back, so I think that that's actually right. Brood Spinner. Ooh, we've got a game. We have got a game. I mean, they can kill us with Decavern Pats in like 2 turns, so it's really crucial that I find a way to kill Decavern Bats. Ketramose kills us too, unfortunately, so I think it's okay for us to just bin that. Actually, you know what? Let's bin both of them, because the Overlord's going to attack here in a minute, unless they kill it. I have to take a creature. It's not really a question. I'm going to take Scavenging Ooze, I think. Yeah, because I need life. How are we feeling about the Bailmark? How are we feeling about the Overlord of the Bailmark? Shieldred. Bloodletter. Bloodletter's fine. Cauldron's real good. Scooze is better though, right? I've got another Brood Spinner in the graveyard, right? Okay, let's get in with the Bailmerk. And I have to get the Brood Spinner back. How are we feeling about that? I'm very surprised by that. I'm very surprised by that block. I cannot believe they did that. Okay, let's get Brood Spinner down. We will take the non... okay. Do I want Soul Cauldron more than I want Scavenging Ooze? Well, actually, is there a Scavenging Ooze in my graveyard? There is. Soul Cauldron better. Okay. And let's end the turn. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah. They're being goofy now, because they know what's in my hand. Archfiend to the Dross. Okay. Okay. That's a great draw. Stalactite Stalker. Needs to be big enough to kill them. Okay. I think I'm okay. I can't believe they didn't attack. Okay. Alright, we are going to get Scavenging Ooze out of our graveyard. We're going to put a counter on Bailmerk. We are going to activate the Scavenging Ooze ability and target our own Rubble Belt Maverick. Alright, we're gonna get Stalactite Stalker. Again, let's put the counter here, because this is gonna get it, so we can do this now. Oof. Don't love that. Okay. Get rid of your Bloodletter. Get rid of your Archfiend. Bring it with Bailmerk. I'm probably playing too slow here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably playing too slow here. Our opponent's being a champ, but it's not really great for them. Now we can stop that from coming back, and unless they have a board wipe, we win. Man, I get so nervous playing this stack. Show me the board wipe. Boy, what a board wipe it would be. They're going for it. Our opponent is being a real champ here. Good game. La Bestia. Or in English, the best. The bestie? Okay, this is terrific. I love Rubble Belt Maverick on one. I just really do. It depends on what our opponent does, though. Like, if they play slow, I'm gonna play slow. Yep, that's fine. I'll play the Backstreet first. Because Backstreet's back, alright? I do like having roots up. I mean, green-black means they can probably deal with it. Scrap Gorger. That's gotta go, unfortunately. I don't want to be that guy, but that's gotta go. They can exile cards out of our graveyard. We want to do that. Is this a mirror? Oh no. Boy, I feel like I made a terrible mistake now. I think those can both go. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to deploy all of my 1-drops here so that I can definitely block, even if they give us a little removal. I was probably too quick to use my go for the throat there. The Scrap Gorger's not that bad. It's... Yeah, we'll block here because we don't mind having Rubble Belt Maverick in our graveyard. Shieldred. Other 4-drop that's terrifying. They're a Golgari deck that hasn't deployed any removal yet. They've got to have at least 2 removal spells in their hand. And listen, if they want to kill one of my 1/1s with it, I'm okay with that. You've got it. Do you have another? Okay. This is tricky. Okay. So the cool thing here is I can actually get multiple triggers from Insidious Roots here if the Agatha's Soul Cauldron resolves. It'll resolve. If they don't kill the Haywire Might in response, I can do some very, very cool things. Yep. You gain a life. Okay.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
Okay. So, we are going to exile our Molt Tender, trigger Roots, put a counter on Haywire Might. Then we're going to exile another card from our graveyard. Trigger Roots again. And then we're gonna let Haywire Might go. Yes. Okay. Do I have... I do not. Okay. Let's start with Tyvar.
Let's see what this Hex Gold can do. It's not a victory.
Brood Spinner. I think we'll leave go for the throne on top. Bailmerk. Going wide. We will get Rubble Belt. Yeah, now we just go for it. I actually don't care about Lily anymore. Yep. That's tricky. I want both of those. I think I'm going to leave them both on top. How do you feel about that? Probably bad. That might not have been a great attack. Sure. I can make another creature at instant speed, so even if they remove all of my creatures, I can still make more. I can make a bunch more. Okay. I need to play more combo style now, because that Sunslayer is a terrific blocker for our opponent, so we need to be much more careful and thoughtful about what we do next. Okay. Scrap. It's quite funny. Everybody's discarding.
Drop it.
We get one of our own creatures for sure. This makes all of these too big. We'll pass the block here. And we'll actually... do I mill a card? No, I'm going to exile a card. I think we've already got Haywire Might under there. I don't have any more... Oh, wait, I do. We're milling now. Oh, I wanted that Tyvar. I forgot that I already knew what was on top there. Okay, can I win? I don't think so. But there is no reason for us not to try.
Ready for round 2.
So if they block the biggest one, that's 12, 14. It is not quite enough. I still go for it, right? Yeah, I feel like I've got this on lock now. Our opponent blocks the biggest one. We take out the Brood Spinner. Put another counter here. Oh, it is so close to lethal. I could have made that lethal. Wait, do I have any... I don't have any creatures left in my yard, right? Okay. Okay, so I actually don't think I could have made that. That's enough. Ram seat. That's the seat where your ram sits? Boy, this is a terrible hand. There's no black mana in it, and I can't use any of these cards. At least I'm on the draw. Still no black mana, but probably worth keeping. So I think we tuck Might and pray for black mana from the magic gods. That is not black mana. We will start with a Razor Verge Thicket and a Molt Tender, and maybe it lives? Life gain. Been a minute since I played against it. Removal's fine. Okay. So now I feel much safer in deploying Insidious Roots, which I can't because I didn't play the black mana source. So we'll start with Agatha Soul Cauldron. Oh boy. Well, that makes all of my Roots tokens nil too, which is very good. Flesh Gorger. Okay, I think I can outpace that. Okay, so now we're going to play Insidious Roots. We're going to mill this Molt Tender. We're going to activate a map token on it, draw our land for turn. Okay. Okay. No get lost. Overlord. Okay. Our opponent's doing good stuff here. No question. And I don't have anything to mill right now. Okay, so untap land. No. Gonna have to manually tap because our deck is being particularly dumb. We gotta hit something. Gotta hit something.
Share in my glory.
Very interesting. Brood Spinner is great. Okay, Broods. I was choosing between them because I'm thinking to myself, I really want the Stalactite, but if I put it in the graveyard, I can get its abilities. Okay. Now we're doing something. How? Only one more creature left in the graveyard. I don't think I'm quite ready to deploy Scavenging Ooze. Oh, this is tough. I'm stuck because I'm really. Maybe I do deploy that Scavenging Ooze. We're gonna activate the map token on Brood Spinner, and we will tuck that Mold Tender. That is excellent. Okay. No attacks for us. Got excellent blocks now. Helpful Hunter's fine by me. What is our opponent doing? They're on like they've got to be on scam. Is all I can imagine. Yep. Yep. It's a good play. What is our opponent waiting for? It's fine. You can kill the Tyvar. I don't mind.
So long as evil lives, so will I.
What else we got? Okay, now we can. Is Molt Tender already under there? It is. Molt Tender's already under there, so we're going to take Stalactite Stalker. We're going to put the counter on the second plant so that we have two that are growing at the same rate. May seem strange, but... and then we're going to mill. Yes! Okay. Ketramose. Listen, now they're just in trouble. Now they're just in trouble. So I don't feel like I've really been able to showcase just how potent Ketramose is. Don't double block, buddy. Do I want the extra damage? I feel like I do. Yeah, let's get the extra damage and see what happens as a result. Yeah, and we're just gonna... We're going for getting as much damage in as we can. Do I just pass from here? Do I play another Brood Spin? Okay. Very, very possible that there's a board wipe incoming. I don't know what their deck is doing. I believe it's some kind of like blink effect to get the Flesh Gorger back into a big state or to get the Overlord back. Like, I really believe that they're playing a scam deck. Which is shorthand for put something into play cheap, flicker it. Legions to Ashes. Exile non-land and all tokens that player controls with the same name as that permanent. Okay. So we just let that go, right? I think we have to. Yeah, we let it go. What a great draw for our opponent. I'm not sure what's going on here. Did you forget about Sneaky Reach? Or are you trying to kill my Brood Spinner? Do I just mill a card here, or do I get another creature on board? Let's... Oh. Oh, I'm going to draw a card. That's what I'm going to do. Wait a minute. During your turn. I don't know how my cards work. Okay. Okay. We need to get more cards in our graveyard. So... Okay. I will now draw 2. And then I will play Brood Spinner. I will put both of those cards in the graveyard. We're going to go ahead and get this land down. Now we're going to tap this Fountain Port that doesn't seem to want to work right. We will play Overlord of the Baelmerk. We're going to get Tybar back. And then we are going to get, I think I saw a Scooze. We're going to put a counter on the Brood Spinner. And we're going to start getting in with Ketramose. So I'm trying to play really cautious here. I'm trying to play around a board wipe. I mean, the only board wipe that works here, because Ketramose is online, is an exile-based board wipe. Okay, second Overlord of the Mistmoors. The other one gets activated at the end of turn. Okay. I'm very curious to know what their last card is. Okay, let's get rid of some stuff. Now that's an actual Scooze. Okay, gets Molt Tender back. I'm trying to see if I can make my guys big enough to be, like, very, very threatening. Alright, Tyvar. Mill some more.
Let's pound these metal monstrosities into... It's not a victory.
Get the Molt Tender back. Rubble Belt Maverick. Oh, that is it. Haywire Might. On the Ketramose. Okay, and then I can actually cast this second Insidious Roots, and I'm fairly certain I can just win. We're not gonna send the spider, but we will send everything else. They really have to block everything, I'm fairly sure. Oh, are there no creatures in the graveyards? I may have overplayed my hand. You gotta block some more, buddy. Okay. Oh, this is tense. Ooh. The music is so soothing, but the gameplay is so tense. You gotta make some blocks, buddy. There we go. Okay, so what we do is we sacrifice this in response and get rid of Overlord. Okay, land for turn. Let's just pass it. Sir, the seat where the ram sits. What do you have? They've got a Ketramose! So cool. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, we will block the big one with Rubble Belt. We'll block the flyer with the Brood Spinner. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. There it goes. Okay, so they have... Okay, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures. Okay. Exile a creature from a graveyard. Let's get your helpful hunter. I am actually trying to kill them with card draw. It doesn't matter. We're both out of creatures in our graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you gonna die to your own Ketramose? Alright, friends and opponents, how did we do today? Well, we went 5-0 in an hour of gameplay, not a single loss on camera today. It's remarkable to me, but the deck really showed its strength. It wanted to show up for y'all today, and it definitely did. I really believe Ketramose is the truth. I've seen some other builds with this card. We're going to see it quite a lot, because it turns out that that second half of the card is really a lot more powerful than it looks. Kind of has some similarities to Up the Beanstalk, right? Except it turns into a 4/4 beater late in the game that also has lifelink. So we're going to see this card around. It's really solid. You got to see Scavenging Ooze creating some remarkably powerful board states with its ability, especially when it gets tucked under Agatha's Soul Cauldron. You got to see Molt being the little engine that could in this deck, just filling the graveyard, exiling stuff from the graveyard, getting some extra mana when you need it to. It's just a strict upgrade for Llanowar Elves to me. I don't really see the point in running the Elves at all anymore. Still a big believer in all the other cards in the deck. We know Overlord is an all-star and that it always will be. This card's perfect in this deck. It's good in lots of other builds too, but here is where it really shines. So Insidious Roots is a very specific kind of deck. I do think that it's got some teeth now, and you saw today you can have some success with it, you know, if you're very patient and you really allow yourself to think through your plays. So that's all I have for you all today. For those folks I saw out in Chicago, we had a great time playing Commander with y'all. We look forward to seeing you again at other Magicons, or, you know, hit us up on the channel, leave some comments down below. We'd love to see people join our Discord and join our Commander games. So I want to remind everybody, please like, subscribe, leave those comments down below. We really appreciate your support. So when you're traveling, don't forget your toothbrush, don't forget your pillow, but most importantly, take care of your head.